Okay, so last time I practiced crush counter, just a standing heavy, put some air state, and I was just doing the, seeing the different things that I could do from a crush counter air state. But as I've been playing G a little bit more, I've noticed that this button here, even though it's got a slow recovery, gets a little bit more work done in certain matchups. It's a good range. So I'm going to kind of fool with this now. Initially, I kind of was not happy just because it didn't feel like I could do as much off of it, but finding what I can do off of it is going to be important because I think that button's going to be pretty important. So right now I have crush counter set to on, so we're just going to work out what I can do. We'll just go through all of the setups, all of his, or at least what I have figured out combo-wise. I feel like that connects. Yeah, I gotta be a little faster. Again, I'm on no presidentiality. My world is nothing right now. Let's see here. Alright, so those both make it. Let's see. Seems too slow. Yeah, so I'm not gonna be able to do the hit, the kick. Let's see here. If I could get another one in. Yep, I could get another one of those in too. Well. Expanded a little bit there, but yeah, okay, so I can do another one of those. So, looking like... Really? Do I have to spam it? There we go. So that's 180 damage, 300 stun. That's 188, 260 stun. That's 172, 260 stun. So kind of a good middle of the road is the that one. Get a little bit more stun, almost as much damage as the main one. And if we're trying to not use any meter. And I'm sure that there's a combo we can go off of. Like V-Trigger, for example, I'm sure I could... that kind of stuff. And whatever else you want to add off to the end of it. But let's just go with just Bear right now. So I'm thinking... I can't even get it to come out. Definitely got to practice with it. Yeah. That's 172, 260. And I don't think that cancels. I don't think it cancels from anything. Yeah, doesn't feel like it cancels. Just a regular hit, maybe? Yeah. Oh, that'll cancel. Yeah. So that's looking like a good idea. Let's see here. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Looking good there. So that's 242 and 370. Alright, so it's looking like that into the regular heavy. So it's a forward punch, forward heavy punch, command input, followed by heavy punch, net you that, and then that right there will link into his, most of his things that he can do, right? So, with no presidential power, you get that, and then you can obviously throw an EX in there. So let's see here. Oh. And then I tried to throw the little EX kick thing, but I had to press it wrong. Anything that you can connect with after, like anything that this EX will connect to, clearly you can do from that. So that's looking like a pretty good option for like a crush counter state. So it does whiff if you're a little too far away. So you might have to micro step it. Yeah. Alright. Now let's see here. Does that change with one level of presidentiality? So... I want to say with one level of presidentiality I should be able to link his one on the ground. So let's see here. Assuming I can land any of it. Again, this is called practice. Oh, wrong thing. It's not wanting to come out. Does it come out? Let me see. I feel like they... I'm almost positive they can, unless that's, oh, you know what, I bet you that's from this. It connects from that, because that's got a higher state, I bet you. Yep, that's the one I was thinking. Okay, so that won't work in this instance, because he's not up in the air. Okay. That's pretty good. 356. I'm sorry, 256, 384. Alright. I don't think I can really do much else. And that just puts him straight on the ground, so there's no connection after that. Yeah, 228, 370. Ain't that connects? I wonder if that I'm so used to doing the dragon punch in, but I'm not doing the quarter circle forward input. Again. Alright, so that's not really. Okay, so let's. Yeah, I feel we're going to be able to get some wild stuff off of this one, honestly. So, second level presidentiality. Yeah, you can do the max off of that, just because you've got the access to his free EX moves. Yeah. Alright, so that looks pretty good. I think, let me change controllers real quick. Evidently, controller's about to die. Okay. But yeah. that one I actually used EX. I didn't even have to. Yeah. And then of course anything that you add, obviously, if you throw in the fact that you can pop your V trigger. Ooh, that didn't work. I thought that might work. Oh, that wasn't bad. So that's pretty good. 440 off of a single crush counter. 440 damage, 420 stun. Yeah, and that's what this crush counter did. Which at first I wasn't, you know, I thought the move may have been a little slow, but in just practicing and playing with him, this move comes in very handy. So you're going to get a lot of crush counters off of that move, and to be able to know what to do right off of it is really important. And even at full distance, where you know the second hit would whiff. So if like you're way back here, and you know that that's going to whiff, you don't have to do it. You can just go straight into your. Hopefully, you know, in this case you have an EX, but if not, you can just go straight into, you know, get yourself a little bit of corner carry and get yourself a little bit of a meaty setup on their wake up. And one little thing I wanted to touch on too is I finally figured out what his damn cross up was. I felt like an idiot trying to figure it out, but it's his down medium kick. I'm sorry, down medium punch in the air. This weird thing. Let's turn counter off for now, which is pretty useful. The cross up. You can link it like that, or like that. And you get, I mean, obviously if you do the EX version, or if you have high level presidentiality, then you get juggle states off of that. I think another thing that's really cool about that is I think it goes well into command grab. So, I missed it. Oh, no, it's not the extra hit. That's right. Yeah. So, on it, if you can get a deep cross up, you know, kind of surprise them with a little bit, and then they're looking for the command grab. They may try to grab or do something else. So that's when you can, you know, come in with that crouching medium punch. If I can land it, you know, catch him worried. Maybe hit him with that standing light kick into. These are all very good options, I think. I'm not good at doing them like live, but I think this into well, not that one. I think that is going to be very useful, and especially when you have levels of presidentiality or you have the EX to spend, you can kind of. Clearly, I'm not good at it. And then you can do your juggles and all that fun stuff. Anyway. So it's looking like crush counter wise, crush counter on for this. It's looking like, depending on your spacing, you're going to want to use another punch that links another heavy punch, just the regular. So you have your command heavy punch input, and then if you think you're too far away, you can always still opt for, well, not the heavy one. That's right. You always still opt for that right there, which you do the EX, you get your juggle. And then obviously if you want to spend a second EX bar, you can to get the extra juggle, extra damage. And of course all of that becomes massively dangerous when you're in this form, because then it doesn't matter where you are presidential wise, you can just get maximum. And in the corner, obviously the corner setup is that you can juggle him into the super if you happen to be holding on to it, the 3 meters. Anyway, so that's my take on it. I'm going to be utilizing this move a whole lot more. Really good. Also this move right here is just his neutral medium kick, really good. Back fist, really good. And then his only cross-up option is that down medium punch, which can kind of mess people up from a distance if they're trying to anti-air you, but you're still going to get hit because it doesn't just drop out of the sky, right? So it's kind of one of those, it's like, I just treat it, honestly, I'm just going to treat it like I treated Karen's jumping medium kick, just using it as a straight cross-up tool, you know. But yeah, that's my takeaway, and I'm going to try to avoid, honestly, that one now. But if it happens, I think in the last video I covered what I think I'm going to like to do with that one, is you can get a nice. Oh, I thought that would hit. That's right. You still have to do. It might be better, honestly. Have a higher level of presidentiality for that one. I think at least on the first level of presidentiality, when you get this, you can get that juggle with the bottom one. Yeah, and that gets you pretty good. 262, 381. You're not using any meter. Of course, with meter, with G, I mean, you're juggling all over the place. So, all right. Well, that's my thoughts on that. So, we'll go ahead and end the broadcast.